Today we want to do something a little bit different, and we're working with Janaagraha, and we're delighted to be working with Janaagraha because this is an issue that we all face here in Bangalore. We'll have a direct interest in it. And what we thought we'd do is take advantage of having the Deputy Mayor of London, Sir Edward Lister, who's in charge of planning the transport for London.
We have to, as planners, think, what do we do with a town centre? How do we change a town centre? And there are ways of doing it. Our problem is that group in the middle, and they're the people for the city that really matter. They're the future of the city. They're the policeman, they're the nurse in the hospital, they're the IT worker. They're the people who are essential for the city's function. And they're the ones who are suffering the most. So we're having to look at different models of housing, different ways of doing things. We're in the process of expanding our railway network by 30% in London, and we will have completed that by 2018.
The great cities in the world have great city systems, and we saw an example of that today in London.
We want to change fundamentally the way our cities are being planned.
In fact, this whole concept of transport and its integration with planning, as far as Bangalore is concerned, is just about 2 years old. And it actually started as part of the initiatives which we all organized, which Janaagraha was there.
And I think what really struck me was the kind of common challenges that the two cities face. You know, we both aspire to be city-states. If our aspiration is to design every road in Bangalore city to be like a tender shore road, then the kind of funding that we need is far beyond what any government is willing or capable of providing. So I think I go back to what Sir Edward just said. He said, you've got to find a levy mechanism to make it a sort of a PPP kind of a model.
The Olympics deadline, bring all the people together and make this happen, number one. Number two, who was responsible for resolving all the conflicts?
That if you can build these projects quickly, you can save money. And there is a direct correlation between speed and cost.
Did it bring people together that you had such a stellar event?
Yes, it did. There was a real sense of purpose by everybody working on it. And I think that's one of the toughest jobs for managers of any big infrastructure scheme, is to create that sense of purpose and that pride.
In order for us to build great cities, we need great political vision. We need a vision for the city which is shared by everybody, but then it has to get into the details. That's the first point. The second is that when we get into the details, I think integration is very important. That you can't have just a metro running off and providing one thing. That you need all the other parts. It's the sum of the parts which actually finally deliver on the whole.